Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I wanted to share something kind of interesting that I did this week. I made a fort with my friend. It was definitely something that we tried to do to keep ourselves occupied in this quarantine. We ran out of ideas, so we're like, let's bring it back to our childhood and build a fort. So I figured I would share it with you guys, maybe to give you an idea of what you can do with your family, because I actually had a lot of fun creating this, and I kept it for a whole 24 hours, and honestly, I don't want to take it down. I might just sleep in it for the rest of my life. We'll see. Okay, so let me know what you guys have been doing down below, anything exciting that you have done, and let me know. So I know I'm not the only crazy person building forts. All right, chapter 18. This is called Truths and Untruths. Keisha drops into her seat, annoyed that Dr. Daniels has asked her to do a paper over because he knows she can do better. I've always hated hearing that from teachers, and then I realized I've never heard it from Mr. Daniels, and all of a sudden that bugs me. Since the day of the mystery boxes, I kept thinking about how good it felt to do something right, to fit in. That's what I want, to feel like everyone else, to be told that the work I know is terrible isn't good enough. I want him to tell me that I can do better and see it in his face that he really thinks so. And then I remember that it is the best I can do. I haven't written in class since I had the fake sling on my arm. After 3 days of wearing it, Mr. Daniels told me he was going to have the nurse call my mom about my injured arm, so I figured I'd better lose the sling. So now I'm stuck. I don't know who to be, the one who admits that I can't do it, or to be the pretender. Finally, I decide I'll give Mr. Daniels something so terrible that he'll have to ask me to do it over. I don't even try to spell anything correctly like I usually do. I just put a whole bunch of letters together that I know will not make sense. I walk up and hand it to him, and instead of putting it in the assignment cubby, thanks, Allie, but if you're done, then why don't you put it in the cubby? I push it toward him a little bit more. I thought you may want to check it over. We lock eyes for a few seconds, and then he reaches out to take it from me. Okay, he says. He looks at it. His eyebrows scrunch up, and then he looks back at me. He stays quiet, thinking I can tell. I hear it in my head. Do better, Allie. And I would. I would magically do better, and Mrs. Silver would carry a trophy for me so big she'd have to carry it on her back. Allie? Huh? I said for you to put it in the cubby. And the pictures in my head pop like bubbles. I walk away without taking it back. As soon as we all sit down in the cafeteria, Keisha announces to Albert, "Okay, this has been killing me all day long." "What?" I ask. "Albert, so this Flint shirt that you wear every day," he interrupts. "I do not, in fact, wear the same shirt every day. I have 5 identical ones." Keisha's eyes are wide. "Seriously, Albert? You bought the same shirt 5 times?" He doesn't seem to think it's a big deal. It's the only one I liked. "Well, anyways, Albert," Keisha says, "I finally found out what the heck your shirt means. I Googled Flint, and you know what I found?" His eyes widened. "It's a place in Michigan, a kind of rock, something people use to make campfires, what arrowheads are made of, and what kind of sneakers." Albert doesn't say anything. "Albert, do you hear me? What is with the Flint shirt? It makes no sense whatsoever." Albert fidgets. "Hey, Albert," I say, "you okay?" You know Keisha didn't mean any harm. I'm quite aware of her intentions. I worry. What are those? To find out why I wear this shirt. Funny how my brain wants to make simple things complicated. Well, the simplest thing with a bunch of fancy words and mile-long sentences. The meaning of my shirt is not any of those things. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. Flint is an immortal genius from Star Trek, Season 3, Episode 19. It is titled... Wow, I just had a brain fart. It is titled Realm 4... Keisha laughs, interrupting. "Albert, are you kidding me?" Albert clears his throat and glances at the clock. Albert, I say, poking the side of Keisha's leg, and she, by some miracle, stops laughing. Go ahead, I want to know. After that day of being mean, I want to be extra nice. So Flint is a smart guy, I ask. Albert readjusts himself in his seat. Flint goes away on his own planet. He puts up the invisible barrier so that others won't sense life forms there. He creates robots to protect himself and keep him company. They are predictable. Sounds super weird if you ask me, Keisha says. Why wouldn't he want to live on Earth with people? He had once lived on Earth, but he left to be alone. He wanted to be alone. Keisha falls forward, dropping her arm on the table. Why the heck would a man want to leave Earth with everything going on, just to be on some rock in space? Albert hesitates. Well, he says it's to retreat from the unpleasantness of Earth and the company of people. Then he looks right into my eyes. I can see that. I can see why someone would want to avoid being with other people. A great number of them are not very nice to me. And well, listen, Albert, Keisha's voice has softened. I didn't mean... Albert interrupts. I was not implying that it was you who was not kind to me. I'm relieved. But there are others who are not kind, he says. All right, that was kind of a sad chapter. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably without my fort. Probably gonna have to take it down today so I can have space around my house. But like I said, it was fun and I just wanted to share it with you guys. All right, bye. Have a good day.